Next up, we've got naked news. This comes from America, right in the heart of the plains of America, right in the center of the country, in a small town called Valentine in the state of Nebraska. Valentine, Nebraska. So, the article is titled, "Butt Bandit Terrorizes Town." A vandal, now listen to this. They're bored out there in Nebraska. A vandal dubbed the Butt Bandit is upsetting people in a town by pressing his naked behind where it should not be pressed. Beginning more than a year ago, some man has been going from one business to another at night, pressing his naked behind, sometimes his groin, sometimes both, on windows in shops. So he's going to shop windows at night and he's pressing his butt, naked butt, against the glass, leaving impressions. You know, the same way, like, you know, anyway, he's leaving butt marks on windows. Okay. So, store owners, church workers, and school janitors have had to wash lotion and petroleum jelly off the windows he selects. You know, that's just gross. "This is the weirdest case I've ever seen," said Police Chief Ben McBride. No kidding. Some residents of Valentine, which is a town in Nebraska of 2,650 people, find some humor in the strange vandalism. And the newspapers have called him the Butt Bandit. So, we're completely grossed out. That means we're completely disgusted, said Kali Keyboards, I don't know if I'm saying that right, who works in a downtown building. So, the police chief does not think it's funny. Look, test paper. It started in the spring of 2007 when the window of a church was greased with an imprint. They first thought it was a high school prank. They thought it was high school teenagers doing this as a joke. But the church kept getting hit even after police staked it out. That means police started watching the building. The Butt Bandit would show up and do it anyway. The bandit has struck business after business, window after window last summer. And he says they stopped over the fall and winter. Not a surprise. Nebraska can get very cold in the winter. So I'm sure Mr. Butt Bandit was not sticking his naked butt out in that kind of cold. People thought he was done. People thought he had finished, but then it started again up this summer. During one night, this guy, this Butt Bandit, had imprinted virtually all the windows in a local hotel. Every window in a hotel, he put a butt print on it. Oh my God. The chief of police said no one has reported seeing the vandal in action. The only clue is a blurry picture of him caught by a surveillance camera at the local middle school last year. He's 6 feet tall, so he's about 1.8 meters tall. For those of you who use centimeters, he's about 182, 183 centimeters tall. or slightly taller, a little bit taller, and slender, which means he's skinny, and he has a dark complexion. So the butt bandit strikes again in Nebraska. They're bored out there in Nebraska. They need apparently they need something to do. Butt bandit.